everybody, my name is Amy. Welcome back to my channel. This is a channel about crafting, mostly cross stitch, but crafting nonetheless. I'm just obsessed with cross stitch and I'm not ashamed of it. So this is going to continue on with my stash dive video. My first stash dive video, I showed you guys my black binder that had all of my houses and cottages, mostly Victorian houses in it, from Debbie Patrick, because I'm obsessed. Well, with a few others. And then this one is my blue binder filled with my Heaven and Earth charts. Most of these are charts that aren't started or kitted. I would say 95% of them are charts that aren't started or kitted. Sometimes I print out the chart and then end up putting it in Pattern Keeper. I think I have 2 in here that I did that with, and the rest aren't even started at all. So these don't include any charts that I've kitted or started, because I take most of them I only printed the cover photo out and then just gave it a place in this binder so I know what I have as a visual reference, because I'm old school. I like paper and pencil, and it's better for me than to just keep everything digital, because if it's digital I'll forget. And then I do have these backed up in my email. So yeah, here they are. And then in Pattern Keeper on 2 different devices. So I have these in alphabetical order by artist, and then just by artist, because I don't have enough for them to be by artist, and then also by pattern name. So they're just in alphabetical order by artist. So we're going to start with World Travel Bookshelf by Amy Stewart. I love this. I have Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which is similar to this. I think that's it. I don't think I have any of the other shelf ones. World Travel Bookshelf. I can't wait to start this, you guys. I just absolutely love everything. Mine's going to be a little bit smaller this size here, because I'm going to do it on 28 count. And so I'm cutting it by 2 inches in the width and 1 inch and 5/8 on the height. So not much, but it'll be a little bit smaller. It's still huge, which is still a problem. That's one thing that I really dislike about Heaven and Earth charts, is how freaking gigantic they are. Now I'm a lot more picky about the charts that I purchase. And if I purchase a Heaven and Earth, it's because I know that I'm going to love it forever, or it's a mini. So you'll notice there's not a lot of minis in here, because when I first started buying Heaven and Earth, like I said, I didn't care how big they were. I was just going to buy it because I liked it. So I've kind of reined in a little bit. And my hands are not dirty. They are stained. You can see all the ink. Anyway. My dog's making some noise. Okay, that's the first one. Then I have A Christmas Night by Alexandra Gavrilova. This might have been a free chart. I don't recall. And so I print the cover page, and then if you can see through here, you can see the floss list and the floss list, because I like to take that with me to the store, because usually I buy my floss in person at Joann's. And yeah, so A Christmas Night, I love it. I don't know if I'll ever stitch it though. I don't know. And I also think I'm going to cut some of this bottom off, at least to the fence post here, because I really like this pink underneath the light post. And so that's going to make it quite shorter. I don't know how many rows that is, but I already decided that because it's just too big. Let's see. I didn't write the thing on this one, but we're looking at 26 by 13. And the 26 is this way. So the road here, if it didn't go so far out here by the tree, I'd probably cut everything to the tree off too. But I think I'm going to cut off up until here, so that it's a solid, like you can kind of see the road going this way, but I'm not going to keep any of this here. So it'll be cut off here as well. So it's going to reduce the size some. I've already decided that if I ever stitch this. So yeah, there it is. Let's see, we have Night Lights by Andy Russell. I am obsessed with Andy's work. I wish this was a mini. If I recall correctly, not a lot of Andy's charts are minis. This is one that I think would look great as a mini. It might be a mini now. I don't recall it being a mini when I purchased it. I might be totally wrong. This is one of my favorite pieces from him though. I have another one, Heaven's Window by him. That one's kitted and started, I believe. And Stokes, this one's called Sailor's Ruin. The name of this used to change. It used to be called Sailor's Demise, and then they changed it to Sailor's Ruin. This is another one that I'm probably going to cut some off. So see where her tail starts? I'm probably going to let go of everything down here. And then maybe slightly up here where her hair is and start where her hair starts only. So that's definitely something to think about, just because, like I said, these are just so big and I don't think I'll ever have enough wall for all of these. Still with the Stokes, we have Mini Siren's Lament. I recall this one looking decent when I purchased it as a mini. So that was why I got it, 13 by 9, which is a very reasonable size to me for a full coverage. Could be a little bit shorter here, but you know, it is what it is. This one I purchased because they retired Cheryl Baker's art. This one's called A Pirate's Life for Me by Cheryl Baker. Her work was being retired, and so I took a peek and was looking at what I thought I might like, and this is one that I thought that I might like. I don't know how I feel about it. This one might leave. I don't see me stitching it. Especially with how many projects I have, this just doesn't seem like something that I'm ever going to want to do. So I think I'm going to let it go, unfortunately. Okay, here we have At the Threshold of Oblivion by Chris Ortega. I love this. I don't know what it is. I don't normally go for a lot of art with faces in it, but this one I just love. I don't know why. It is what it is. Here we have Egyptian Temple by Cairo Marchetti. I absolutely love Cairo Marchetti's work. This looks amazing. I think this is available in a mini as well, but it didn't look right. And I believe Heaven and Earth has a lot of Cairo's work on there as well, but I just love this one. Then we have Impetuous Arrival Color Expansion. This was one that I struggled with. I absolutely love this. Kind of reminds me of the movie Ghost. And I think this is the only color expansion kit that I ever purchased. The reason I got the color expansion kit was because some of the detail on the regular version down here was all lost. It was like all just black nothing. So I did get the color expansion. However, I do believe that this is one that I'm also going to trim significantly because there's just too much black down here. And I don't see a need to stitch that much black when there's no detail in it. So I'm probably going to cut off several rows here underneath the Candelabras arms right here, and then I'm probably going to cut a significant amount of this side off because there's not enough detail in here for me to want to stitch it, to be completely honest. Here we have Mini Eclipse Mermaid by Hannah Lynn. Her work is just so cute. I would probably do a lot of it if it fit my aesthetic a little bit more because it's a freaking adorable, but I love it, and I do have a couple of minis from her. Then we have Janessa. So this project I recently de-kitted because I messed up somewhere. I did a center start here and I had her shoulder done and then I had her wings done. Not like just the dark outline of it done. And I messed up somewhere. Nothing was lining up anymore. And I know you're supposed to trust the process, but I wasn't happy with how bright this pink was in here. It's like super bright pink. Not bright like neon, but it was like, it didn't look like it would match skin, even though like it shows how pink it is. I don't know. I'm still saving the pattern because I think it's so cute, and I believe this is a freebie. Is this one? No. Maui's Princess, I think, is the freebie. But anyway, it's just what it is. So this one I actually printed the chart. I'm not worried about you seeing a page because there's seriously like 40 pages. All right, another Hannah Lynn. This one's called Easter Lily Fairy. So the thing about Hannah Lynn is I would say probably 90% of her work looks great as a mini. I wanted this as a mini, and at that time I didn't know how to request a mini, and I just bought the full version of it. But this is so stinking cute. I love it. I hope to stitch it even on, it's not too oversized. It's only 14 by 10 on 25 count, and I always do my full coverages on 28. So I think this is going to be a decent size for me to do. It's just so pretty. I absolutely love it. Another Hannah Lynn. This one's called Maui Mermaid. I simply got this one for the color. I wanted something with a bunch of color in it. I've got a lot of Heaven and Earth in here that have a lot of dark coloration to them, and I wanted something a little bit brighter. So this is so cute. It's not typically something I'd stitch, but I love the colorway in it, and this is a mini. Here we have, this is the freebie. This is called Maui Princess, also by Hannah Lynn. I just checked their website last night. This is still a freebie on there. I think they've got about 5 freebies at this point, so this is still there. I love it too. Also with the bright colors. I got Quick Stitch Moon Glow. She reminds me of Janessa, but I love the coloration of it. I love the moon. Everything about it's just so cute. And it's not a quick stitch. It says quick stitch, but I mean, well, I guess it is, yeah. So it's kind of like a mini. Some of Heaven and Earth's quick stitches aren't actually quick stitches, and if I'm not mistaken, they call them quick stitches because a lot of them, they took a section of another chart and decided to just chart that. I don't know, I don't recall, but there's a lot of them that are basically the same size as their normal ones, which is weird. Okay, this is the chart for Library Fairy, because I did print that one out, so I don't know why I have part of it in here, but this is actually a whip. Right here, Quick Stitch Misty Morning. Oh, 175, 125, so it's not too bad. This is another cute one. I don't know how I'm feeling this one, though. You can't see a whole lot of what's going on behind her, and I don't think I like it as much as I did when I bought it. It is what it is, though. Cat's Reading. I absolutely love it, but look at the size of this. This is by Irina Garmashova, and this is a beast. 25. That doesn't make sense. 251 by 17. They messed up here somewhere. I'm assuming it's supposed to be 25 by 17 3/4. I don't know, but I love how he's reading Harry Potter. And it's just so cute. The only thing to make this smaller would be to possibly cut off some of the bottom right here. But if you don't want to cut the mouse off, then you'd have to, it'd be just this space here. You could possibly cut everything off up to the book, but then you might be left stitching part of the mouse anyway. So I don't know, but I absolutely love it. It's so stinking cute. Still lots of fun colors as well. Alright, here we have Mini Autumn Piece, Black Cat. This is, I'm not looking forward to stitching the Black Cat because black stitching, it's boring, you know. Mini Hole in the Fence. Oh, these are all by Irina Garmashova. Still. Black Cat, another Black Cat with some leaves. It's so cute. This one has a lot more white in the cat though. 4 Seasons by Jacek Yurka. This is a mini. Mine's not a mini. They have a mini of this, but I didn't like the way the mini looked. Handiwork. I don't know if it's Handiwork or Handwork Maniac on YouTube. She's doing the mini, but I feel like these flowers just look like blobs in the mini. I don't know. And the same for like the bushes around it. So I got the full-size version. Home on the Range by Jeff Haney. This is actually a puzzle. I believe my mom did this puzzle. I bought this on impulse. I don't know why. Funny story, Jeff Haney actually lives in my hometown here in New Mexico. So that's crazy. I actually go to Silver City quite often. That's where Jeff Haney lives. I don't live there. I know people that live there still. I have family that lives there still. But yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. I think that's the only reason why I bought this, to be completely honest. I don't think I'm actually going to stitch it, but you never know. Happy Days by Jody Bergsma. Something about this. This would have been great as a mini. There was not a mini available when I purchased it. It's gorgeous. It just reminds me of all the traveling that I've done. I've grown up in the mountains. You know, all the places that I've lived have been, you know, more mountainous types of places. Lived in Colorado for a while, and you know, it's beautiful. Josephine Wall. This is Mini Catch a Falling Star. What's funny is Josephine's work normally doesn't look good as a mini because it's so detailed. This one, however, looked pretty decent to me, so I went ahead and got it. It's gonna be a bitch to stitch. I mean, just look at that confetti. Yeah. Another mini from Josephine Wall, Doorway to the Stars. Again, another one that you wouldn't think looked good as a mini. This one didn't look too bad. Went ahead and purchased it as a mini. Mini Night Cafe by Leonid Afromov. I feel confident in saying that I believe all his work looks great as minis. I have this one, and then I have Farewell to Anger. Mini Fairy Tales by Lisa Parker. This one's so cute. This one looked great as a mini as well. It's not too detailed where you're losing anything, and it's just a really cute picture again with all the black. Here we have Oak Fairy by Meredith Dillman. I absolutely love this. I don't know why. Again, I told you guys before, I'm not big on stitching people and faces. Something about this, I think it's just all the greenery in the back and the trees that I absolutely loved. This is one that I'm also considering shortening quite a bit. I don't feel like I need this much of her dress showing. You know, something to consider. Don't be afraid to, especially with Pattern Keeper, you can kind of work your way up and kind of get rid of what you want to get rid of, and you can still see how it looks but before stitching it. Let's see, Minnie the Astronomer by Miles Pinky. Another one that you would not think looked good as a mini. I compared them and sat on this for quite some time and decided that it was detailed enough for a mini. Can you believe that? There's a lot of stuff going on in here and it still looked decent to me. Pretty crazy. Escape to the Moon. I believe this was a freebie by Molly Harrison. This is not something I would have purchased, and looking at it now, I don't know if I will do it. I've got a lot of full coverage, so this might be something I might consider letting go as well. I'm pretty sure this was a freebie during that time when Michelle was doing the whole entire freebie thing. I think it was last year. Another Molly Harrison. This is Mini Cinderella. This is cute. I love it. I'm not a Disney fan, but this was just calling to me. And then because I found it as a mini, I didn't feel so bad about buying it. Here we have Quick Stitch Day and Night. This is what I mean about Quick Stitch. So if I'm not mistaken, this is taken from another chart. I might be wrong. However, it's still 20 by 16. 524 stitches by 404. So that is not a quick stitch, but they have their reasons. It's beautiful though. This is by Nadia Strelinka. She has some gorgeous art. I think I have another pattern of hers as well. Oh, not in here. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Quick Stitch Kimono Lantern Mermaid by Nadia Tate. This is just another fun one that, aside from the background, it looks like it's going to be fun to stitch. Lots of bright colors, and it doesn't seem like something I'd get bored with easily. This is only 7 by 10. So this is going to be a nice one to stitch too. Autumn Magic. This is the one that I have kitted, haven't started. So when I purchased Autumn Magic, this is when I was still printing all of my Heaven and Earths on paper. And I have 2 of these covers filled with the paper pattern of this. And I honestly think I'm going to do the paper pattern. I'm all for Pattern Keeper, but I just like the paper pattern better. Story Keep Some Enchanted Evening. This is I showed this in my whips, but I myself haven't actually done it. I think this is probably my most recent purchase from them. No, maybe not. I bought this because I bought the whip online from 1884 Stitchery a long time ago and needed the chart because you can't sell the digital chart. So that's it there. Oh, that's by Randall Spangler. That's it. That is all my Heaven and Earths. At least the ones that I haven't started. Well, and I guess some that kind of are, because like I said, this is a whip. This is kitted, you know, that type of thing. So yeah, there you guys have it. Maybe I showed you guys something that you haven't seen yet. Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. That's going to be all for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one.